How's it going, everyone? This is Legendary Nats, also known as Stan. And you're probably wondering why I'm in a different spot than where I was at the end of the last episode. Well, what ended up happening is that I actually recorded episode 7, and some really bad things just start happening. I mean, just really bad things just start happening all around, and that was very odd how it just did that. And I ended up losing the footage because I actually did quite a few different things, and I was kind of frustrated that it happened. I mean, the video was already starting to come out pretty bad. I was gonna have to do a lot of cuts, and then whenever I went to go actually edit it, it wasn't there, and so I couldn't actually do any kind of edits. I was pretty frustrated for the most part, so I will show you guys what I've done. I have a bow now. I have some arrows, and the reason I have some arrows is actually because I was trying to show you how to actually get a specific weapon, and unfortunately I can't show that again unless I go into another or my other playthrough, which I can do that if I really need to, but this is called the Drake Sword. This sword, one of the rare dragon weapons, is formed by a drake's tail. Drakes are seen as undeveloped imitators of the dragons, but if they are likely they are likely their distant kin. Man, I cannot read, y'all. The sword is imbued with a magical or a mystical power to be released when held by both hands. This weapon, the very first time I played the game, I actually heard about this weapon. It's also called the Fire Drake Sword, I think, in Japan. But this weapon has a base of 200. It's a really strong weapon. The problem is, though, is that it will break, and you don't have the ability to fix it right now. And in the long scheme of things, whenever you're actually trying to level up your weapon, this is not one of those weapons that will actually be that great for you. You can level it up, but it's going to be outclassed by other weapons, so it's not going to be really necessary. But it does have a cool attack. There's like a Tetsaiga Wind Scar attack, so that's pretty cool. But doing special attacks like that really mess up the durability. As you see, I used it twice, and it ended up knocking it down 60 points. So if you do decide to use the Drake Sword for a little bit, be careful with that, because it will break on you. So, but yeah, I was pretty disappointed. Here I was trying to just record this information for y'all, and I couldn't even do that. And you also see that my armor is slightly different as well. And I apologize, like I told y'all the other day, I actually live in the South, and so I'm battling a sinus infection. But I ended up picking up the brigand armor. Armor worn by the brigands who raid mountain hamlets and attack travelers. The addition of metal over a base of cloth and leather offers good mobility and defense. Now, it's not really that great in defense, to be quite honest with you. But, I mean, it's going to do what it needs to do for now. And plus, it's lighter, and it allows me to fast roll while having my claymore and my shield. The shield is also another thing I got. I don't believe I got that in episode 6, but this shield is a pretty cool shield. It actually increases my stamina regeneration, and it's called the Grass Crest Shield. We'll actually look into this as well. An old medium metal shield of unknown origin. The Grass Crest is lightly imbued with magic, which slightly speeds stamina recovery. So it's a good shield. And I also got this one, the Spider Shield. Shield of the Savage Mountain Bandits, uniquely shaped with a large black spider etched upon it. Has resistance to poison. This shield actually is 100% physical blocking shield, so it's actually a really good shield. And it does actually help out with blocking poison, but it's not really Not too often do you actually have poison shot at you, only every once in a while, so it's okay. And then I also got the Dragon Crest shield. Shield of a nameless not... No, I've already read this. Something like it. I'm sorry about the constant noise in the background. And let's see, what else did I get? Oh, I got this Y-hander. That was something new as well. As the name suggests, this Y-hander is held with 2 hands, but its wielder must be inhumanly strong. It's a great weight. It is this great weight that sends flows flying when hitting solidly. This weapon is a phenomenal strength weapon. It will flatten enemies like pancakes. That's how good this weapon is. So that, along with the bow, that tends to cover what I got in weapons. I also got a new ring. And this is the red tearstone ring. It is the opposite of the blue tearstone ring. A rare gem called tearstone has the uncanny ability to sense imminent death. This red tearstone from Kareem boosts the attack of its wearer when in danger. A lot of people use this ring. I will use this ring for now because it is a good ring. It really is. And yeah, so what ended up happening in the last episode, you may be wondering. Well, in the last episode, I actually went back to Firelink Shrine, and I thought that was going to miss me, but I was wrong. I was very wrong. But I went back to Firelink Shrine, and I decided to go down near, not to the full-blown catacombs or anything like that, but I decided to actually go into the graveyard so I can get some of the items, which I got some soul items. I got this Y-hander over there. And then after I did that, I decided to go and get the red tearstone ring, which I went through a back way of going into Darkroot Forest. And did that and got the red tearstone ring. And then I just got so depressed after all of that effort. The video was very long, so I was going to have to cut like a good solid 20 minutes out of the video because for some reason things just were not going well for me. Excuse me. And I was getting prepared to have to do all this, and I go to start editing the video, and since I'm on my PS4, that's the only way I can record right now, so that's why I'm not doing like special edits or special things going on or anything like that. I have to do it like this. It is the only way I can actually record and upload videos and content. So, oh, and this is a shortcut going into like into Undead Burg. So, there's that. Excuse me one more time. I really am sorry. But I was just so disappointed. I was like, man, you know, and I know I'm not really talking much about what I'm needing to do, but I have a reason. I'm wanting to talk about this other stuff. Right over here, be careful of these dogs. These dogs will flat out destroy you, but you can come up, stand right up here at this little corner, and they can't do much. They'll run right into the fire. Come on, puppy dog. Old puppers. Old doggo. There we go. That's a really easy way. Those dogs are a bane. Everyone hates those dogs. I love dogs in real life, but I hate them in games. Unless I'm playing specific games.
Somebody, please let me out of here. Somebody, anybody, help me. Unlock the door. Damn, I'm finished. How did this ever happen?
I love how I love how he was just like, oh, please help me. Oh man, I'm so dead. Just like so quick to accept his death. So let's go ahead and open this door up. Ah! Hello! What say ye?
Brilliant. You opened the door for me. Thank you. I'm saved. I thought I might never escape. I am Griggs of Vinheim, a sorcerer of the school. I am much obliged for your assistance. Thanks to you, I may now resume my travels.
Oh, Griggs.
Hello, I'm fine. I will rest a while, then return to Firelink Shrine. I have my sorcery. and I will be more cautious next time. Besides, I have an important task at hand.
And what is this
Oh,
task?
hello. I'm fine. I will rest a while. I have my sorcery. Besides...
Well, homie, if you had your sorcery, you should have been able to bust open that door. I mean, it's just a simple wooden door. What are you? What are you even? Are you the aliens from Signs who can't open the door? Gosh, loser. This is Griggs. He has an outfit that's very similar to the blacksmith down near in the beginning of the game in the lower. I forget the name of the place. I'm really bad at names. My wife would attest otherwise, but right now I just can't remember any place ever. But we spoke to another sorcerer who actually has... Are gone after the defeat. Okay. But we actually spoke to someone who is wearing the same kind of outfit right here. And Griggs Vinheim is actually a sorcerer, as he has said, but this attire that he's wearing is actually an assassin's attire that comes from Vinheim, and so was the other gentleman. So it kind of gives a little bit of implication that Griggs right here is not really that good of a guy. But he is very obsessed with another individual in the game. We'll hear a bit more about him. We should actually hear a bit more about him whenever he goes back to Firelink Shrine. So we'll let him do his thing. You know, just do his thing. Now over here, be careful. There is a swarm of enemies, all carrying fire weapons, and they will mess you up. There we go. Go ahead and heal. Just trying to give me a little pokey poke. Not in the kind of pokey poke that anyone would really like. So over here we're actually gonna come across another new enemy type. I always think that you can go through here, but I don't think you can. I always think you can, but I don't think you can. But we're gonna be coming across another enemy type over here, and it is an assassin. These guys can be kind of tricky if you do not handle yourself very well. But these guys will come at you and try to ambush you. But I think you can actually hurt them like this through the doors, so they can't actually all come at you at once. Because I think they're supposed to come run right behind you. There should be another one popping out. This one. Oh. Literally popping out. Now, these guys will actually do a special attack where they jump on you and do a critical hit. So be careful when you fight these guys. They can mess you up. And we got the Mail Breaker, the best weapon in the game. Why don't we read what this bad boy can do? Standard small thrusting sword, unsharpened but pointed solid. Pointed solid shaft can pierce through tough armor. Can be thrust using the weight of one's body and is very effective for critical hits. This weapon is only useful if you plan on doing critical hits or backstabs or parry ripostes. That is the only good thing about that weapon. I think you can parry with it. I know that you can parry with it in Dark Souls 2. I think you can in Dark Souls 1. But I could be very wrong. I've been wrong before. So. And I think... Yep, I knew there were worse. And see, they'll throw little throwing knives at you. and do a lot of damage from it. And I'm trying to... There we go. Go ahead and heal back up. Ooh, I wonder if I can wear that. They actually have really cool looking armor. And we'll read their description. Leather armor worn by hollow thieves. It stifles noise and helps its wearer hide in the shadows. I think if you wear this, it will actually make it to where enemies can't hear you that well. Okay, I can't wear it. Okay. I kind of like how their armor looks. I mean, it's not going to win any defense competitions or anything like that, but I really do like how it looks. And we have over here, we have a little doggo. Oh, yep. Oh, there we go. There we go. That worked out. You see how fast these guys move? Oh, yes. I actually got the full set. I forgot about that. This set looks even better. Needless to say. I'm like, oh, I like that set, and then I actually get the better set. Where's it at? The black leather armor. It is a little bit heavier. Let's see, I may be able to wear the pants as well. I can. Oh man, I love how this armor looks. I'll actually show you what it looks like if you have the whole set. Looks freaking awesome, man. I love this armor set. It looks just so good. Really does. But I know I'm going to be, yeah. I knew I was going to be kind of fat rolling, so let's see if I can just take off the... Yeah, sounds about right. Ugh. Alright, so this next little area that we have right here is this is a boss fight right here. It's notoriously tough, especially for new players, for what you have to deal with. The boss himself is really not that hard, in my opinion. The problem is that he's just not very friendly due to the fact that he actually has an additional gimmick to him. He has dogs in there also, and the dogs do the majority of stunning you. And when they stun you, you just end up getting screwed over, and then you'll actually get really ticked off. A lot of people that I actually know in real life have stopped playing this game all because of that. But let's talk to this old biddy right here.
You still have your senses about you. Then why won't you buy some of my moss? I need your souls.
Yeah, I just love it. She sells charcoal pine resin, which is going to be very essential for whenever we go into this boss fight. We're going to actually get some of that. And homeward bones, she has 5 of them. She has rotten pine resin, which will add a poison effect to your weapon. I don't remember how doable or how viable using poison is in the PvP scene in Dark Souls 1, because I didn't do PvP in Dark Souls 1. I did it in Dark Souls 2 and 3. But charcoal pine resin is very good starting out in this area. Dung pies is exactly what it sounds like. Think of a cow patty that you throw at people. And what it does, it actually does toxic damage. And people actually use this, and I may try to see if I can do it. I always suck at trying to aim, but I may try and get a few of these and show you. But I'm going to get 3 of these, then I'll get some dung pies and see if I can actually land them. She also sells moss. I know I mentioned earlier in the last episode, I believe, about being able to farm purple moss and blooming purple moss and blood red moss from the whatchamacallits, the ints. But this is just a quick way to purchase it, especially where we're going to be going next. It's pretty good to have. She also sells transient curses. She'll sell 2 of them. Like I said, that's for whenever you go into the lower drain area. And prism stones. Prism stones are almost worthless. All they are just markers. You can use it if it's a place that you feel that you're going to get lost in, but a lot of people use them for trolling. And she sells 6 humanities, so if you're running low on humanities, you can buy that, or you can buy purging stones from her, which helps cure curse. So, and then she sells poison arrows, which are really good actually. Standard arrows, all the different kind of arrows, and I will actually buy some arrows from her because I really need some. So let me pop one of my soul items. I can pop these 3. So I can get me some arrows, y'all. I need some. Only 13. I'll get some of these large arrows. Alright. Much obliged. Weirdo. She's a cute. You run this way. This is actually leading us to the entrance of Undead Burg. Remember I mentioned whenever we were first going through here that we couldn't open this door from the other side. Now we can open up the door. And it becomes a shortcut from us. So if I wanted to, I could go rest at the bonfire and make sure I'm going to be okay over there. There's a few different ways I could do this, but I think I'm just going to go back to the Firelink bonfire due to the fact that I have the ability to get 10 Estus flasks. Oh. Gotta use all those really sexual noises whenever you get hit. That's how I live my life. And see, here's Griggs right here. Alright, so let's go ahead and sit and rest over here. It's really not that far of a run to get back to the boss fight over there. So I have a little bit of time. I will go see how well I do against the boss. Or should I wait until the next episode to take on the boss? We'll talk to Griggs and then we'll go take on the boss.
Oh, hello. I regret meeting you under such compromising circumstances. At least we both made it back unscathed. Incidentally, would you care to learn any sorceries? You're clearly talented, and besides, I owe you. Of course, we will require some materials, but I'm happy to teach you some elementary spells. Are you interested?
Yes.
Splendid. Very well. I am pleased to have a chance to give something back. Well then, let's get started straight away.
So, he sells the basic spells along with a couple other ones like Great Soul Arrow, Fall Control, Magic Weapon, which is really useful. And I don't have enough time to really go through all these, but he also sells a couple rings. That Bellowing Dragoncrest ring, if you're going to do a sorcery run, go with that ring. And also go with Lingering Dragoncrest ring. Both of those are very good. So we're going to come back after we finish up Capra Demon. And that'll probably be in the next episode. But we will talk to all of these fine young lads. See if I can kind of run past these folks. Oh, not a bad little run. Try and run past these folks, and then we're gonna try and go after Capra, because I don't want to have a really long episode like I did last episode. So let's do it, y'all. Let's see how well I do against Capra. I haven't fought against Capra in such a freaking long time, so be prepared. I may end up just dying. I don't want you hitting me from behind. That's what she said. You would hit me. There we go. Guess I'll go. Oh, looks like someone died right there. Alright, so you can actually sneak past the dogs and just go right into it, but I didn't do it this time. Oh, that was very odd. So, let me go ahead and put on my charcoal pine resin. Let's see, charcoal pine resin. That was one of the fastest deaths I've ever had playing in Dark Souls. At least in a boss fight. I should have just ran past them. I don't know why I didn't. I normally run past them. I don't know why I didn't do it that time. That was dumb. So, let us run back. I don't like cutting out my deaths because I like showing all my deaths to you guys. Ooh, that was some jukes right there, man. Go ahead and sign me up in the NFL. For some reason, every time you come inside this tunnel, when you first pop in here, there's usually a life bar, and I don't know why. That happens from time to time in all the Dark Souls games. Sometimes they'll show a life bar, or sometimes a random enemy will just die. And it's very odd how it happens, but it happens. Alright, so let us continue through. See if I can... These guys can actually parry you. I know I've mentioned that before, I think, but they can actually parry you. Oh, they did hit me. I guess Puppers wants to come in there with me. Alright, so I'm going to show you what you need to do when you come in here. Oh my gosh, okay. So, I'm telling you what you need to do, and it's not to die. That's what I'm telling you need to do. It's been a while since I've played Capra, so I'm going to suck really bad trying to go up against him. He's really not that bad, but I'm just, like, doing terrible right now, so I apologize for my mediocre gameplay. Let's go ahead and run all the way back. Oh my gosh, it stunned me. There's that life bar again. I don't know why it does that. It's very odd. Alright, I only have one of these whatchamadoodles left, so let's hope that this is the resin that makes us a winner. I really think this is the shortest route that you can take to get back to Capra. So I think if you try going the other route, then you have to worry about coming across all the enemies, and that could be a pain. Oh gosh. They were just being very, very mean, weren't they? Let me get rid of that right there. Alright, let's try this again. Oh no, no, no! Oh my gosh, I was stuck on the tree! You're seeing it right here, folks. How much I suck at this game. Seeing the suckage, full blown, unadulterated, quality suckage. Alright, so dang, it's like almost worth it to go with a faster weapon, but I don't really want to have to go with another weapon. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Such a great game. Love this game. Have I told y'all that this is one of my favorite franchises? And the thing is, I know how, like, people like Lobos Jr. who can just come and play in this game and just absolutely wreck shop of every single boss, other than like a couple that he just, it's all RNG based, and then you see someone like me like, oh, this guy thinks he can do the same thing, and then come to find out, oh, he's just this really, really lame guy who thinks he knows how to play Dark Souls, but he really doesn't. I can't ever attack before them. Alright, so these old puppy dogs can just... I didn't attract the others, did I? Okay, I didn't. Alright, let's try this again. I'm not really worried about the souls or humanity or anything. Oh gosh. No! See, he has those really wide arch swings. Oh, I didn't know he can turn on a dime like that. Oh gosh. And he's dead. After all that time, guys, I got him. I did it. I'm the best at Dark Souls. I am the Dark Souls. Alright, guys. So, after that very, very bad run, how about we go ahead and look at the key, and we'll actually read what we just got from him. The key to the depths, to Lower Berg. Key opening the door from the lower undead berg to the depths. Those banished from the undead berg eke out their existence in the depths, a damp lair with no trace of sunlight. Nearly half of the depths form a perilous flooded labyrinth. So, if you haven't guessed, that's going to be the next place that we're going to be going, guys. So, thank y'all so much for my awesomeness that I have done, but I got them. Yeah. Alright, guys. See y'all next time.